The sound of laughter carried through the thin glass of my truck's window. It wasn't just any laugh, it was hers. Anna's. My wife. But the problem was, she wasn't laughing with me. From across the street, parked in the shadows outside a neon-lit bar, I watched her lean too close to a man I didn't recognize. He had his hand on her lower back, and the way she tilted her head, smiling up at him, wasn't the way a married woman should look at anyone but her husband. My chest burned like I had swallowed glass. My fists gripped the steering wheel until the leather groaned under the pressure. Every instinct in me screamed to storm inside, drag her out and demand answers, but I didn't. Not yet. I wanted proof. I needed to know just how far this betrayal went. Anna hadn't been the same for months. She started going out with friends more often, dressing up in ways she hadn't for years. Her phone suddenly had a password, her laughter when she texted was never shared with me, and intimacy between us had dwindled to almost nothing. I told myself it was just stress. Maybe I'd been too focused on work. Maybe I'd missed the signs. But sitting there in my truck, watching her with that man, I realized denial had been protecting me from a truth I was about to face head-on. I didn't wait for her to come out with him. I drove home, parked in the driveway, and sat in the silence of our house. Every framed picture on the walls mocked me. Smiles, vacations, anniversaries. The clock ticked past midnight. Then 1. Then 2. When the lock clicked at the front door, I was waiting in the dark. Anna's perfume floated in first, followed by the uneven shuffle of her high heels. But when she tried to push the door open, she couldn't, because I had locked it from the inside, and removed her key from her ring weeks ago, when suspicion first crept in. "Daniel!" her voice called out, slurred and uncertain. "Why's the door locked?" I didn't answer. I just sat there, staring at the door like it was the barrier between my old life and whatever came next. My phone buzzed on the coffee table. Her name lit up the screen. I let it ring. Second call. Then a third. Finally I picked up. "Daniel, what the hell? Let me in." Her tone was sharp, defensive. The kind of voice people use when they know they've been caught but aren't ready to admit it. "Where were you?" I asked, my voice low, almost unrecognizable even to myself. With friends," she stammered. "Why are you acting crazy? It's late. Just open the door." "Which friend, Anna?" My throat tightened. "The one with his hand on your back." Silence. Only the muffled thump of bass from a passing car filled the gap. "You followed me," she finally whispered, her voice laced with something between fear and guilt. "I didn't have to," I said coldly. "You don't even try to hide it anymore." She banged on the door. "Daniel, please. It's not what you think." "Then tell me what it is," I snapped. "He's just a friend from work. We were celebrating a promotion. That's all." Her excuses felt rehearsed. Too easy. I'd heard the tone before, the same one she used when lying about buying something expensive and trying to downplay it. "Do you celebrate promotions by letting him touch you like that? By laughing like he's your husband?" My voice cracked. On the other end of the door, I heard her breath hitch. Then softly, "Daniel, I didn't mean for this to happen." The confession shattered what little strength I had left. When she realized I wasn't opening the door, Anna stopped knocking. I thought she'd given up. I thought maybe she'd leave and go back to him, confirming everything I already feared. But then my phone buzzed again. Her voice on the line wasn't angry this time. It was broken. "Daniel, messed up. Please don't give up on me." I stayed silent, my heart waging war with itself. She continued, her words tumbling out like she'd been holding them back for months. "I didn't go looking for this. I was lonely, okay? You've been so focused on work, on bills, on everything else but me. And when he noticed me, it felt good. It felt like I mattered again." Her voice cracked with a sob. "But I don't love him." "Love you? I swear to God, I only wanted to feel alive for a moment, but I never wanted to lose you." Her words stabbed deeper than any denial could have. Betrayal mixed with truth, and suddenly, the picture wasn't black and white anymore. I wanted to hang up. I wanted to unlock the door and throw her things onto the lawn. I wanted to scream, to cry, to demand why my love hadn't been enough. But instead, I sat there in silence, listening to the woman I'd shared a bed with for 10 years sob outside our home like a stranger. "Daniel," she whispered, "please. Me in. I'll do anything. Counseling, honesty, whatever it takes. Just don't end us like this." Tears blurred my vision, dripping onto my hands. Because a part of me still loved her. A part of me wanted to believe she could be the woman I married again. But another part, the deeper, angrier part, knew that trust once shattered never fully returns. I don't even remember standing up. One moment I was sitting there, phone in hand, and the next I was staring at the locked door. Slowly, with trembling fingers, I turned the lock. Anna stood there, mascara streaked, hair tangled, her dress wrinkled from the night's sins. When her eyes met mine, she broke down completely. "I'm sorry," she whispered, stepping forward. But I didn't embrace her. I stepped back. "Don't," I said firmly. "You don't get to touch me right now." She froze, her hands hovering in the air like she wanted to reach for me but knew better. That night we didn't sleep in the same bed. She curled up on the couch, sobbing softly, while I lay awake in the bedroom, staring at the ceiling. In the days that followed, she tried. She deleted numbers, showed me her phone, suggested therapy. She cooked dinners, left notes, and clung to me like I was the only lifeline she had left. But something inside me had shifted. Every time she smiled, I wondered if it was the same smile she gave him. Every time she touched me, I felt the phantom weight of his hand on her back. Trust wasn't just broken, it was buried. One evening, weeks later, she came into the bedroom with a folder of counseling brochures. Her eyes were red from crying. "Daniel," she whispered, "I know I don't deserve another chance. But please, I'll fight for us if you let me." I looked at her, really looked at her. The woman I'd loved for years. The woman who betrayed me. And I realized something painful but freeing. I didn't want to fight anymore. "I can't, Anna," I said softly. "I'll never see you the same way again. And if I stay, I'll resent you until there's nothing left of either of us." Her face crumpled and she sank to the floor, sobbing. But my words weren't cruel, they were honest. A month later, the divorce papers were signed. When I walked out of that courthouse, the autumn air felt sharper, cleaner. I wasn't whole, not yet. Maybe not for a long time. But I was free. I had locked her out that night, thinking I was shutting the door on her betrayal. What I didn't realize was that I was also unlocking the door to my own future. One without lies. One without half-truths. One where maybe someday laughter would return, and this time it would be mine again.